AITA. Am I the a-hole for refusing to eat the vegan meal that my girlfriend made me for my birthday? My girlfriend and I have been dating for a little over a year and a half. She is vegan, and I have known this since before we were officially dating. I've never had an issue with this. She's a great girl, and hasn't tried too much to push her vegan ideals and stuff to me. There has been a few times where she's made comments like, "I can't believe you actually eat that," or "vegan food is so much better for you." I've shrugged these off, as they haven't bothered me too much. I'll eat about anything and I do love meat. I make an effort to try some of the vegan things she makes, but she knows that I don't like most of the stuff. For my birthday, I told her beforehand the restaurant that I wanted to go to. It was somewhere that doesn't really have good vegan options, and I did know this. When going out, we always normally make sure that the place has good options for both of us. I figured that since this was my birthday that we could make exceptions though. I was working on my birthday. Our plan was for me to come home and open presents, and then go out to eat. I arrived home and immediately smelled food when I walked in. I got into the kitchen and sure enough saw a lot of food laid out. I said, "Did you decide to cook yourself dinner?" She said, "No silly, this is all for you, happy birthday." I tried my best to look enthused, but I know that I had to look really disappointed. The food honestly looked terrible to me. Some vegan options are okay, but what she did was try to do mock versions of my favorite meals, which I always hate. I'd rather the vegan food be its own thing. She finally asked if something was wrong. I told her that while I appreciated the effort she put in, there was no way that I could eat this. She started tearing up, and telling me how much work she put in to make it special for me. She said that she did this so we wouldn't have to go to the restaurant I picked, because it sounded awful to her. She thought this would be a good compromise. I ended up driving out to get the food that I originally wanted. I tried to take it back by her place to eat it with her, but she told me not to and for me to leave her alone. I tried to apologize and tell her that I didn't mean to hurt her feelings. Was I the a-hole here? AITA. Not the a-hole. Maybe just me, but her using compromise in the context of getting what she wants for your birthday, and then trying to make you feel guilty for not falling for it and hurting her feelings makes her the a-hole. If she really didn't want to go to the restaurant, she could have just said instead of trying to guilt you out of it the way she did. This warrants a serious discussion about the decision-making between the two of you. This reminds me of when my best friend wanted a simple night for her birthday. Going to dinner with a couple friends, then going to sleep early for once. Instead, her husband had a surprise party kegger that ended at 2 a.m. Then he was hurt when she was upset. A birthday is about what the birthday person wants. If the other person deliberately goes against that, it's their problem. AITA. Not the a-hole. AITA. Not the a-hole. This isn't about it being vegan, it's about how you guys had a plan, and she changed it. If I say I'm really excited to go out to eat because some place makes my favorite food, and I get home and someone in my family who's not a trained chef is attempting an imitation, I'm not super thrilled. And even if you'd otherwise be gracious about the change in plans, it was your birthday. Even if she hated the restaurant, she should have sucked it up and dealt with it one day a year. I remember when I turned 18 or 19, I was with my high school girlfriend. We had planned to go a particular nice restaurant and I was very excited. At the time, I didn't eat out very often. I get to her place, and she was in the midst of cooking my favorite meal. It turned out okay, but like most home-cooked meals by an 18-year-old would, and I truly appreciated the effort and thought etc. But I was definitely a bit disappointed inside. And that was even with genuine good intent. In OP's case there is an additional layer of selfishness involved. Imagine making someone the shittiest version possible of their fave meat dishes, and being sad when they don't like it, LOL. If you want to force your diet on someone else, the ball is always in their court to ask you to include them. Like, I'm sorry, but I have very specific recipes for certain things, bolognese, or even how I make goddamn tacos, and I've tried using healthier options instead, and you can immediately tell the taste and texture difference. What did the girlfriend think would happen? LOL. If she wants to date a vegan, then let this poor sap go. 100%. OP is NTA. NTA. I have no idea why she would feel the need to push her lifestyle on you like that. You made it very clear that you like meat, and almost always make sure there are plenty of good vegan options wherever you go. Why can't you have a day of eating meat at a nice restaurant? Also, could you imagine if the roles were reversed? Picture this: it's your girlfriend's birthday, and she tells you that she'd really like to go to this one burger place, because she loves their veggie burgers. You'd be a huge a-hole if she came home to you on your grill cooking up some cow burgers and said, "But I seasoned them and cooked them just like the veggie burgers, it was so hard." Either you both are, or neither, and I can't decide which. 1. It's your birthday and you should get to pick the restaurant, but you picked a restaurant you knew wouldn't have much for her to eat. 2. She cooked food she knew you wouldn't like, but your reaction was kind of rude. You didn't even try it. 3. You added insult to injury by going out to get the food you wanted and trying to bring it back to her place to eat it in front of her. Honestly, I don't know that relationships between vegans and non-vegans can actually work. Sounds weird, but they usually have very different ideals. I'm sorry for both of you. NTA. You had plans for your birthday. She changed them because she decided that even though it was your birthday, her moral objection to meat was more important than your wishes or your choices. Look. Real talk time. Y'all are probably not relationship compatible. She doesn't sound like she is mature enough to respect your decision to be a meat eater. Her actions are proof of that. The snide remarks. The not caring if she ruined your birthday. The total disregard for what you wanted to eat. Etc. etc. She made your birthday all about her, and now here you are feeling like you had to apologize to her, even though she is the one who frocked up your birthday in the first place. You need to sit down with her and point blank tell her that you are never going to be a vegan, and she can't respect that and respect your choices, that the relationship has no future. ESH. Everybody sucks here. You chose a place where it was unlikely she'd find anything to eat. She thinks, wow, could he really be that insensitive? And since it's uncomfortable to broach the subject with that underlying thought, she cooks instead, probably thinking that you'd feel honored/special that she not only cooked for you, but went out of her way to make sure that you would be offered some of your favorite items, and she could even eat them with you, you know, like how it's a customary bonding practice for human beings to share meals. But then you walk out on her without tasting anything. Vegan or no vegan, that would hurt. I get it, it's your birthday. That counts for something. But dragging your vegan girlfriend to a restaurant where she can't eat anything but a garden salad with Italian dressing is a duck move. It would have been more reasonable to go there alone, or with non-vegan friends/family. Now, I know you might be thinking, wait, so I can't eat the food I want with the woman I want on my birthday? That's bullshit. And all I have to say to that is you're the one who decided you were okay dating a vegan woman. You signed up for a relationship where you make these kinds of allowances for each other. Planning to go to a restaurant, where your vegan girlfriend won't have options on what to eat is in direct contradiction of that. And frankly, it shows a fundamental kind of disregard that going to that particular place was more important than ensuring your girlfriend would be able to eat something that night. Again, she should have talked to you. That's undeniable. But I think you put her in a really uncomfortable spot. And she decided she was okay with dating a meat eater, but it seems like he has to do all the compromising. He went to an all-vegan place for her birthday, and really, it actually sounds like he caters to her dietary preferences in general, far more often than she makes allowances for his.